Welcome to Boone Pickens Stadium, Stillwater, Oklahoma, home to the Cowboys of Oklahoma State. Pistol Pete ready to start firing those pistols for the battle we have in store. What a showdown we have in store. A couple of Big 12 teams squaring off in what could prove to be a huge game. As we'll see, the Kansas State Wildcats taking on the Oklahoma State Cowboys. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Kansas State ready to kick it off to get things underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Oklahoma State Cowboys offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players you can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun on third down. It's complete to the left. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Running behind that left side. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And the Cowboys trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Quickly complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Here they come, facing third and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Cowboys will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. So the Kansas State Wildcats offense will get the ball for the first time. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy. He's not the most talented quarterback in the country. But when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important to get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going. So it's got to be a team effort because then he can really be at his best.
He'll keep it himself. Still running at the 40. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. And the Wildcats just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Going to the ground. Fakes it past the marker. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down for 42. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Second down, he'll throw it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Burns. Hard-hitting tackle.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. And the Wildcats kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Takes the handoff. It's Carney. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup from 2.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's cut. He splits the uprights. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. The give to the back. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. First and 10. Quarterback on the keeper.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
And the Cowboys have a lot of options on second and inches. The inside handoff. Running to Green. Turning it on. Running through contact. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Takes the easy throw in the flat. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy, first on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the backfield.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. And he just throws it away on third down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And we're even here in the first. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
We've been talking about this Big 12 showdown all week, guys. Let's show you how things played out. Utah delivered a masterpiece performance today and gave notice to the rest of college football. This is a team that can win anywhere, anyway against just about any opponent. Fun one in the Big 12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for bowl position.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. It sounds like they had a good one there.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. Man, is this place loud right now. The Cowpoke faithful bringing it on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll try to do it himself. Breaks into the open. They run him out of bounds after a tremendous pickup on the play. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Running back searching for a hole. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll go to the air. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Kansas State.
And that's the hardest part about playing a mobile quarterback. It's not the first play. The first play was a pass. It's the second play where he decides to pull it down, Jesse, becomes a running back, and makes something happen.
You're right, David. That's why so many coaching staffs now are trying to recruit dual-threat athletes at quarterback because of situations just like that. Down in the red zone, nobody open. You're not just going to throw it away and be okay kicking a field goal. You're taking off, and you're going to capitalize with a touchdown.
And they knock through the extra point for the 10-3 lead. So an 82-yard drive there. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. Use the play fake, now to throw. That's caught, it's Mills. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's what he catch it, big fella.
The give to the tailback. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Cowboys line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against a different defense.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
The Wildcats will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Rush is on him. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
The Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. This Kansas State offense is moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the left. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out, start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts one down the sideline. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Cowboys will try to pin them back with the punt. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll try the right side.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Pressure coming. Intercepted for the 11th time. Got some room to run. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Makes the grab right on the sideline, but he's out of bounds, and they're going to lose yardage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
That's reeled in. It's Mooney. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds, a yard short at the 49. To the air on 1st down. Release to the back. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. On target to the left. There he goes. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Sampson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll start this drive going to the air. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab, it's Jordan. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on first down. It's complete on the right side. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. How about this running back dragging a toe and getting it inbounds?
Showing off the wide receiver skills. You know, running backs are so talented nowadays, and you split them out as a wide receiver so much, and he showed it there. He can play wide out easily with a nice catch, nice awareness.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Keeps it, and the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. The give on the inside. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down.
Number 19, on to punt it away.
A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a magnificent game there so far in Stillwater. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's head back to the home of the Pokes and Boone Pickens Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Cowboys will kick it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Rolling, throwing, looking right. He's got it at the 15. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. He'll do it himself. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
He'll bring it out. It's Sampson. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline.
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And the Cowboys, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Cowboys can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. He's got his man. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Cowboys with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. The Cowboys come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Caught behind the line. It's Huffman. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play.
Holding.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Now on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. It's on target and complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Cowboys will bring the punt team onto the field. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Now the play fake. Going to take a shot. Makes the grab on the left side. And they'll bring him down after the long completion and explosive pass play for this offense. He'll pull it on the read. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
On 1st and goal, let's see what Kansas State calls. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. They'll run the screen. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield on first down. They're working that left side.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running a drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
He'll pull it down. At the 20, he's got space. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the fourth quarter. Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Wants to go up top. Trying to find the end zone. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down.
And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense has it. They're on the move. The 50. At the 30. The 20. Touchdown, Cowboys! The defense putting points on the board.
And how about the defense just straight flipping the script? They got a goal-to-go situation, just trying not to give up a touchdown. You want to give up a field goal. Not only do they make a big play, they scoop up the fumble, they take it all the way to the house, and they get a touchdown.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Just brilliant orchestration of this offense by the sophomore quarterback. And he's thrown it all over the place. Been a bit of a mismatch, candidly, Jesse.
I think there were high expectations for this guy coming into the year, but I don't know if anyone thought it would look this good. He has been so dialed in today. When he's doing the work during the week leading up to the game, boy, oh boy, it shows up on game day. He's got a lot of talent, but you combine the mental approach to that talent, this guy's virtually unstoppable.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Burns. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. And the ball's loose in the backfield. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the first down. Kansas State really has this drive rolling. Wants to throw on first down. Floating away. Turning it on. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of interest in this CUSA showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. The home team is within striking distance, but time is not on their side. Time to see if they can solve this riddle. The New Mexico State offense and defense have complemented themselves very nicely today, and this fan base always travels well. All of those factors could equal a big-time road win. They're trailing by just 4 to New Mexico State. Just another week of Conference USA football where we've come to expect the unexpected. fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Working that left side. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Looking downfield, it's Bacon. Under fire. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The Cowboys now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He makes the grab. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Cowboys will punt this one away. A high kick trying to pin them deep. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. And this sophomore behind center has been really impressive so far. Their passing game has been simply outstanding the entire game. They put it in the end zone, and they will get your attention with the numbers they put up. And the Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. It's a fumble on the play. Oh, and just like they drew it up, put it on the ground, fall on top of it, still get the first down. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Fires to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Burns. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Here's the pressure. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down.
And the offense comes up short on 3rd down, but I'll tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on 4th down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.
And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. Under fire. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. They'll go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off.